Eleonora Felletti asked a very interesting question about magical diaries. What are they? What are they for? Do I hold one? Would I recommend holding one? That kind of stuff. And I thought it's a great question, especially since this week, or actually for the past couple of weeks, I've been steeped in magical diaries. You know that I reviewed Carl Jung's diaries in which he confronts his own unconscious mind. And then I reviewed Dr. John Dee's mystical records, where he records everything that happens during his evocation sessions with angels and so on and so forth. Just a couple of weeks earlier than that, I was reviewing Aidan Wachter, where he recommends making magical diaries, fictional diaries, as a hyper sigil to affect your own life, so that your life fits what you're actually writing in this diary. And then I received this, the first issue of the first volume of the Equinox, which was Aleister Crowley's periodical publication that he put out on a regular basis. And in the back here, we've got, a very long diary, which actually takes up about a third of the entire publication. And he's going through a retreat, right? So it's a 12-day retreat, and every step of the way, every time that there's something useful to note, he's making a note of it. And he writes at the beginning, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get some positive result. He does in the end get a positive result, although the process is quite grueling and quite painful. I'll leave a link to the place where you can read this online. I do actually recommend this particular edition. It's the Keep Silence edition in 10 volumes. I'll be doing a review of these quite soon. Anyway, it's been very interesting for me to read all of these diaries. And of course, there's Frater Acher's Holy Daemon, where he records his own working, his own process of getting in touch with his own holy guardian angel. A fantastic book, a fascinating process, and a strong recommendation. As you know, I've reviewed this about a year and a half ago. I've bought my own magical diary. I'm not going to be opening that for you, but just to show you that I like to keep mine as a hard copy. Now, you can keep your diaries electronically or as a hard copy, and I think that there's a place for both. I have done both in the past, and really depending on what I'm doing it for, I'll choose one or the other. There are lots of really nice online resources that you can use, such as Penzu, but there are many others. I'll link some in the description, of course, as usual. And that's really nice because you can then refer to them. You can search them really easily. If you're making copious notes, right, of every single day, every single time that you make a meditation, every time that you do pranayama, every time you do yoga, every time you do whatever little daily ritual, maybe an LBRP and so on and so forth, if you're making a note of what time you're doing it and what you were thinking of at the time and little details like that, then you'll want to do that electronically, I'm guessing. However, if you're doing a set time ritual, maybe a ritual over a period of maybe 11 days or 2 weeks or even 3 months, but you know that there's going to be a beginning and an end to the ritual, then these kinds of diaries are really the way to do it. And the reason is that there seems to be some kind of link between handwriting and the unconscious mind. And so if you're keeping a record of your dreams, for example, the reason you would handwrite your dream diaries is because the process of actually drawing out the letters is a very deep practice that has a direct link to your unconscious mind. And that link doesn't exist if you're just typing. That's why making notes, when you're handwriting notes, you learn much better than if you're just taking a picture, for example, of a whiteboard or even just typing out notes. Okay, so that's actually 3 so far, 3 different types of magical diary. But there's a fourth, which is your grimoire, right? So practices that have worked for you, and you want to write out in a beautiful way, in a way that's going to be long lasting, whatever rituals have worked for you. So if you look at the key of the Magic of Solomon, or even the Lemegeton, or the Picatrix, or, you know, or all of these classic grimoires, they are records of rituals that have worked for the writer, okay, for the author. Now, I can see very well how in any world, you know, it's not going to be given to everyone to have time to do all 4 types of diary. I think it's recommended to do at least one, and, you know, nobody knows you better than you do, and you're going to be best placed to know which type is going to be most useful for you, which type is going to be most possible for you, right? Now, obviously, if you can do all 4, then good for you. And if you only have to pick one, then pick one. They're all methods that are useful and that work. I've found in the past that just writing down my thoughts also, you know, as a daily practice, you know, this happened to me today. What do I think about it? And actually starting to write about what I think about it has really helped me to form a philosophy of life, in fact. It's possibly one of the practices that I've done that has been most helpful for me. This is how I worked out who I wanted to be my perfect partner. This is how I worked out what I wanted to do with my life, and so on and so forth. Just writing out, okay, today this happened to me. I'm not sure I'm super happy about that thing happening to me. I wonder what I could do to change that thing. Maybe I can do this. Maybe, oh my goodness, this is a good idea. Okay, maybe I can do that as well. Maybe... Okay, yeah, these really good ideas are coming up. So, okay, so it's an opportunity for you to talk to yourself, to have a conversation with yourself. And you don't get a chance to chat with yourself very much. But actually sitting down and writing a diary is an opportunity to do it in a way that's structured. You're forced to be slow about it because writing out is a slow process. And that gives your mind a chance to really think about what's good, what's bad in your life, and what you want more of, and what you want less of. Yeah, it's really useful. Okay, that's it for my video for today. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe down below. I want to thank all of my members as usual, and in particular, the level 3 members. And this week, that's A Million Ways to Wipe, Alexander Carval, Sheridan, Michael Cubley, Brandon Wilkinson, Osvaldo Gonzalez Nunez, Andrew Kudlak, Aristarchus, Mateusz Sadowski, Chase Lawrence, Mrs. C.Y., Medusa of Chaos, Hilbert Space, Seda Matu, Stev Berner, Arcanum Luminarium, Mystic Imagination, Merrily Duffy, Justin Lloyd, Meta Gordy, Oblivion Knight, Rahul Nair, Municipal Waste 666, Suncat, Ted Kaiser, Grillo Alba, Sean Glenn, J. Joseph Safi, Kyle Walker, Roluch Ashron, FMA, Charbon, Patrick, Arcantum by Mr. Friborg, Mr. Gunwich, The Jade Ghost, Miles Ponce, Timothy Owens, SMQAI, Z. Daniel Barnett, and Jason. Thanks again, everyone, and see you very soon for another video. Bye-bye.